welcome everyone for joining us. My name is Camille Gallus, and I'm the Partnerships Coordinator here at Offering Tree. So I'm guessing you might know a little bit about our services, our platform, but just in case, Offering Tree is an all-in-one business platform for yoga and wellness entrepreneurs. We put everything in one place, so it's easier, less stressful, and less expensive to run your own online business. You all know there are just so many things, new things to try, things to keep on top of. And one way we support our community beyond just software are free resources, like these monthly webinars with our rich network of partners. This webinar is so important. The topic of this is so important, it's even in our name, offerings. This is the key, right? It's so important we put in our name. And it seems kind of like, well, of course, but this is a step that can really be overlooked. But when you really dial in and get it right, it can power your business for years to come. And our guest today is an expert at that. They call her BizYogi for a reason. I'm so excited to introduce, so please introduce yourself and turn over this webinar to Ari. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, thank you. Love always supporting businesses that are helping other businesses. So way to go. All right, guys. So I'm going to do some screen sharing because I am a PowerPoint presentation fan. So as much as I'm calling this the how to create the right offering, it's also the 4 shifts that will grow your wellness biz in 90 days or less. And I did a Instagram live today, very random. I got inspired. I tend to do that. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, you should. It's ari.biz.yogi. And why do I say you should is because I provide a lot of free, valuable content there. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But there's certain shifts that you are going to want to consider implementing in your wellness business. And you might be doing some of these already, you might not, but one of the things that I love to talk about is showing up as an expert, bringing your value to the table, and not undercharging for your prices, right, for your services. I know I was guilty of that for a long time, not seeing my worth, not thinking I was enough or knew enough. And like I said, I did a little live today, so you guys can go watch it after, not now, okay? But let's start with the word impact, right? What would a profitable, impact-driven business feel like so that you're fulfilled, free, and flowing, giving back while not burning out? I mean, from what I saw already, all of the work that you all do here is there's one goal: help your potential and existing clients. That's it. Right? If you can help a woman with fertility, if you can help somebody with mindful-based stress reduction, if you can help somebody through trauma, this is how we create ripple effects in the world, correct? Yes. And not only that, but doesn't it feel good when we can share our success that our clients have had because of the work, time, and money that we've invested in becoming professionals? And I like to highlight that word, professionals, okay? So the 4 shifts that all successful entrepreneurs have right in front of them, and it's not posting more on social media or having a massive email list. When I work with clients, a lot of them are like, Ari, but I'm just building my business. I only have like 40 people in my email list. And I'm like, that could be like $40,000. Just saying, okay? Not to like, what? But you never know. Okay, you never know what the potential of a handful of people can bring you thousands of dollars. So we're going to do something right now. I want you to make a list of results you'd like to see happen in your business in the next 6 months. Okay, 3 categories: revenue generating, time easing, and impact driven. I'll give you one example. So in the next 6 months, I would like to create or put out a training, a business training, so I can certify people to teach what I teach so that I impact more people and it frees my time. So that's one thing, right? That's one result that I would like to see happen in my business in the second half of this year. So I'm going to give you guys literally a couple of minutes to do this. Okay. And again, if you have questions, please post in the chat, but you guys should have a good little flow for this. I'll put on a Jeopardy music. No, I won't. Okay, so 3 categories, something that's going to generate you revenue, money, that's going to free your time, perhaps, okay, or make you busier. Maybe you're not busy enough and you want to be busier, but it's impact driven. Okay, and if you want to put it in the chat, that would be awesome, because the more that we write things and share things, especially in a trusted environment as this one, the closer we are to achieving our goals. And then I can actually maybe even hot seat you and your dreams. Okay. Okay. I know that wasn't a lot of time, but we only have a few, well, not a few minutes. We have about an hour together, but I have a lot of information. So now that you've done this, I'm giving you my trick for making this feel like a real action plan, and you'll be able to fill some of this in today in the masterclass, but I also encourage you to complete it when we're done, okay? And as I check the chat, let me see. Yes, 8 to 10 clients through my new program. Wonderful. Okay, so we're not gonna do this now, but this is my system for creating my offers. I call it a mind map party. And this is how my brain works. Now you guys see what goes on, like the madness behind the curtain. I like to think of my business or my core offer and then seeing like, how am I going to generate revenue through that? What is my marketing attached to that? And what are the core pillars that will give my clients the result? Okay. So this is something, again, that helps me see things from bird's eye view, and then helps me get to the nitty gritty. And if anybody here loves mind maps as I do, then you get to be nerdy with me. All right, but tell me if this resonates. You want to grow your business and you have awesome ideas. You're 100% committed to your clients and you want to help more people. Social media is your friend, but you want to get an easier way to get your wisdom and healing to others. And your journey towards success feels aligned, and you're like, yes, now is the time. And let's be honest for a minute. I'm sure you're doing all the things. What do I mean by that, right? Like you are posting, you are learning things, maybe like going on YouTube to learn things. You're like getting interested about, you know, the marketing on the digital platforms. Maybe you're doing a live. Maybe you're just learning concepts, but not actually using them or implementing them or integrating them. And I'm sure each and every one of you here has an amazing skill set, but you're not a marketer or a social media expert, or maybe you're not even a business expert. Okay? And you have clients and also you want to scale and diversify how you work so you're not tired and burnt out. Okay? That was me. I was really busy when I was working in my yoga studio, and I'll tell you guys about that, but I got burnt out. And I also got burnt out like 15 years ago when I worked in advertising. So we got to work smarter, not harder. Okay. So this is the beginning of new possibilities for you as a yogi, as a healer, and as a light worker. And FYI, 8 out of 10 businesses fail within their first 18 months. So what do I want to like position out there? Excuse me, I have to sneeze. Oh, okay. Is that most people fail because of themselves. And when I say fail, is that really they give up. Entrepreneurship is a best friend and the most annoying person that exists. Why do I say this again? Is because you are responsible for your success. That's it. You're responsible and accountable for your success. And most people fail because they quit, because they don't see quick results. Entrepreneurship is a long-term game, long-term strategy. Okay. And it has its ups and downs, but that's what makes us super weird and also the most stubborn people in the world. Okay. So if you identify with this, let's keep moving along. So there's 4 shifts you want to focus on when reassessing your business. And they might be simpler than you think, right? Like I said, you want to make things smarter, not harder. Okay. Yes. Oh, Chloe, you're here. So lovely to see you, my love. Okay. And we're here to make quick shifts to make more money in your pocket while making change that creates legacy. So legacy is one of my core pillars in BizYogi. What am I leaving the future generations? And I think the 7 generations ahead of me, starting with my daughter, right? What am I leaving her? Am I leaving her knowledge, empowerment, or fill in the blank? Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about me. I am Peruvian. I was born in Peru, moved here 31 years ago to Miami. So now I'm really more Miamian than Peruvian, but still strong to my Llama roots. I basically left the country with my family because there was crazy terrorism. The inflation rate was at like 3 million. A bag of rice cost about $20. And I was born with a really strange immune system deficiency that is like 1 in a million. So there was no medicine. And me and my brother both got it. So my parents did not want this life for our children. They believe in being free and being successful. So they moved here to the United States and we started a whole life leaving my grandparents, my cousins, everybody back over there. But what did that do? It also gave me a lot of freedom and opportunity to create the life that I'm living now, which is, I'm super grateful for it. And this is a little glimpse, like mini glimpse of what's happened in my career as both a yogi and a marketer and a entrepreneur. I've been entrepreneur since I was, 13. I used to work not really for my dad. I used to work with my dad, and he would give me projects that if I, succeeded at them, he would give me bonuses. And he had an exporting company. So I've been working since I was 13 and I love it. I feel very blessed to have this work ethic, but it's also given me a lot of like diligence and grit. So what happened in these last, since I graduated college in 2003, I've had probably 5 different companies, from making my own sports posters for children's baseball to owning a patio company. And now I own a solar power company with my husband. We started about a year ago. It's amazing. I'm also a doTERRA wellness advocate because I love health. I have my own health coaching business and obviously my business coaching, and I own the Yoga Expo and the Global Yoga Conference. And I'm a mom. I have a 15-month-old who's the cutest thing in the world. You guys can see her there. I'm a wife. I'm a traveler. I've been to over 35 countries and counting. I'm an author. You guys can find my book on Amazon. It's called The Abundant Yogi. It's a business book for yoga teachers. I have 2 dogs. I'm creative. I'm a rebel. I don't like it when people tell me what to do or how to do it. But I'm determined. I'm consistent. I'm fearless. I'm very compassionate. I'm also a speaker. I've spoken at events with hundreds of people, and I've been leading trainings, retreats internationally, and I'm a total goofball. I make silly noises and jokes that most people don't laugh at, but that's okay. But I've also worked for Lululemon as an ambassador, BizYogi. I have to add offering tree here. Sorry, this slide is a few months old. I've taught at Wanderlust, at the Yoga Journal Conference, and I've written for Thrive Global, for Better Homes and Gardens. So I've put my hands in a lot of pots. And why do I tell you guys this? Because this webinar should not be about me, it's about you. I have experience in many different aspects of the wellness industry. And this experience is what gives you, my clients or potential clients, quicker results. And plus I know people from here to literally like every single country in the world, which is very helpful. So I've created several six-figure businesses, and a lot of them, right, because I was a yoga teacher. I was the first acro yoga teacher in the Southeast United States in 2006. So that opened a lot of doors for me to travel and teach a lot of trainings. I've owned a yoga studio. I own a conference. Like I said, I've done retreats, teacher trainings, coaching, and I've made products. But it's all been fun and based on community and with ease. Now, not easy, with ease. Okay? And I want you guys to like implement that word in how you work. And my goal, I'm here to show you what you can be and do. Notice the word be is the state of who you are, and doing is an action. You don't have success without those two pieces, straight up. Okay, moving on. So let's grab your journal, take some notes. Let's get started. So the key to growth all starts as a mindset shift. I'll teach you what that is, how to easily create content so it attracts potential clients versus pushing them away. The one thing you have in your back pocket as a wellness entrepreneur, you might not even notice. And the blueprint to double your income I've used with hundreds of clients. Here are my main pillars. I told you guys legacy was one of them, but these are my main three. I like things in three: abundance, freedom, and impact. Okay. Also keeping things simple. So stop trying to overcomplicate yourself with way too much, whether it's tech stuff or just stuff that scares you or keeps you paralyzed. So yesterday I got a new woman joined my group coaching program. And I told her how amazing it is that she's stepping in to learn a lot of this tech stuff. And she's like, Ari, I hate technology, but I'm excited to learn. So that right there is one mindset shift, right? Because if you know what pieces of tech to use, what software, things like Offering Tree make your lives so much easier. Your business has tools, right? And assets to make your job, which is really what you are like really good at doing, easier. Okay. So you can be profitable quickly with these three questions. What are you offering? What's the strategy that takes you from idea to fulfillment? And what's the process from maybe to sale? Okay. These three questions fit three main categories. What are you offering is your foundation. If you have nothing to sell, or if what you're selling is not aligned to your revenue goals, then your foundation is shaky. The strategy that takes you from idea to fulfillment or to action or to market, this is going to be your marketing. And then what's the process from maybe to sale? This is your sales. So three main pieces of your business that are 90% of your time and energy. Remember I said the B part is important. So B for me is bold. This is my word for the month. You want to be, you want to have a good offer. You want to have something that you can leverage and something that you can duplicate. Meaning and this might be a question that you guys can answer in the chat for me. How many of you right now work mainly one-on-one? And how many of you have sometimes said, oh, I wish I could clone myself so I could take more clients and make more money, right? This is the trading time for money scenario. I know Chloe for sure. Yep. Nicole, Yasmin. Yes. All right. So you need a clone. I told you. I need a clone sometimes. But what are you being? Who are you being on a daily basis? Are you being fearless? Are you being bold? Are you being courageous? Right? Are you being disciplined? Are you being open? What offers are you putting out there? Like, how are you working? Is it one way only? Do you have a diversified portfolio of offerings? Right? How is that feeding into your lifestyle goals? Notice, right? I've talked about revenue, but now I want to make revenue really be lifestyle goals. How are you living? What are your non-negotiables? Like I just went on vacation, and I think I did a post like vacation could be an entrepreneur's biggest nightmare because we're like forced not to do anything. But what was really beautiful about my vacation is that I was like, this is my non-negotiable. I left my computer at home. That's like unheard of for me. Okay, so just throwing that out there. What are your daily actions? Let me tell you guys, the secret to success is being and doing. So if you have daily actions that are moving you even an inch closer to your goals, you are on the path to success. Okay? So business made simple. Look, now that I look at this, I could really do 2 circles. Really, 1 circle should be all vision. All of it. It's all vision. And then the strategy is marketing, sales, and systems. So I'm going to redo the slide for you guys for next time, but marketing, sales, and systems. These are super important, right? And your systems offerings are part of it, how you deliver your knowledge, how you onboard a client, the software that you're using. The marketing is like, what's your organic, what's your earned, and what's your paid marketing strategies, social media, right? Networking is part of marketing. Sales. How are you selling? How are you selling what you've created? And your aligned offerings, right? Start with what you have, your knowledge and experience. I know I worked with a client who wanted to start her own clothing line, and we like mapped it out, and that was going to be like a 8-month journey. Like it was from, idea again to market. It was going to take us a long time for what you wanted to do. And I was like, but you need to make money now. Like, what can you do now? Like right now, like if I told you guys, go out and make $100 or go out and make $1,000, let's like live it up. What would you do in the next week? What offer would you put out there? What program, what would you put out there based on what you have, which is you, especially after you guys told me what you do. So make a list of all the things you can teach and offer. When COVID hit, I was helping a client of mine who called me like freaking out. She was a massage therapist and yoga teacher. And she did a lot of like massage trainings. And she's like, I can't work. She lives in Puerto Rico. Everything's closed. We can't do anything. I'm making no money. And I was like, all right, take a breath. Right? We always start with breath. What do you know that you could teach, that you could put out there? So we made a long list of all the things she knows. And within 3 weeks, we had a couple of offerings that she wrote me back after, and she said, I've made the most money without actually having to be present physically and with like in half the time. So there's probably a lot of stuff that you guys are not seeing that is, like I said, in your back pocket based on your experience. Okay. So pricing, packaging, value ladder, that's a mouthful, but here, let me tell you, this is basically your ascension ladder. Okay. I'm going to rename this. We're going to call this your ascension ladder. I think I just spelled that wrong, but that's fine. Low price item. Who here has like a $15, $30, $25 thing? Low priced. Maybe it's even a $5 thing. Okay. Your medium priced item. Okay. These could be workshops, like my workshop next week on the 26th, right? Could be 30, 50, up to 100, maybe 250. Okay. And then medium to high priced item. This is the $300 up to $30,000. And you're like, $30,000, Ari. I was like, I know some people that charge for an entire year's worth of coaching $30,000. Ask yourself, why can't you do that? Okay. So you want to have a variety of things. Excuse me, I have to sneeze again. I got a little head cold last week. Okay. You want to have a variety of things. And it's because you want to invite people to work with you on many different levels. For example, oh my God, sorry guys, give me a second. Oh my God, okay. That was a sneeze that got stuck in my head. So you guys who are here, some of you have never met me before, and I'm getting to know you through this live presentation, right? This could be my free offering, or you could come to my workshop next week or to my summit, right? Easy investment. I don't have to be like, hey, open up your wallet and take out, $20,000 to get to know me. But maybe I have a client who's been following me, like doing my little workshops here and there. Maybe she did one of my immersions and she's like, Ari, I need not just one-on-one coaching, but I need you to do everything for me. Here's 20 grand. Not that I charge that, but I'm just giving you guys the position. Okay. So the ascension is how you move your clients through your work. Example, maybe you started taking a yoga class at a local studio. Then maybe you're like, hey, you know what? I want to learn more about the chakras. I'm going to sign up for the workshop. And then the teacher was like, hey, you would make a great yoga teacher. Why don't you sign up for my teacher training? And then boom, now you're probably 1,000 hours certified and lifelong journey. Do you see? That is an ascension ladder based on different kinds of offerings. Okay. So if you do not have this big red one, you are going to be in the struggle zone to reach your lifestyle and revenue goals longer. I promise you. If you're trying to fill, and I'll talk about this in the pricing, if you're trying to fill, you're like, I want to make 3,000 a month. And actually, you know what? If you guys want to share with me, how much is your money goals? Then we can break it down, right? Let's say you want to do 5,000 a month. And right now, the way you're working is through $100 or $60 offerings. What's going to happen? You're going to need a lot of those $60 offerings. You're going to need to sell volume based. But if you have a mixture of things, maybe one of your offerings is, I don't know, $1,200. And you're like, well, what can I do for $1,200? Well, we'll get to that. Okay. But think about that. Okay. 3 parts of marketing, your ideas into action. You have a goal. What happens is then you have your marketing and content execution, and you have a system to catch and nurture leads that is automated. Okay. So I know we jumped from offering to marketing, but we only have a few moments. So I want to really get to the point. So you have solid offerings, you have a variety of them. Now we step into how do you market them? Well, like I said, there's 3 types of marketing. Write this down: organic, earned, and paid. That's it. Organic is your social media. It's you going to a networking event, you sharing on on your Facebook, right? So Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, this is organic. Earned, podcast, YouTube, joint ventures, right? Which is this, partnerships. That's earning. And then you have your paid, which is obviously Google, YouTube ads, Facebook or Instagram ads. But you need a system. You need a system that catches everything and helps you manage potential leads, because every single person that goes into your email list, which by the way, is something you should all be working on, grow your email list, grow your email list, grow your email list, is a potential customer. Whether maybe it's for a $5 thing, or like I said, your bigger offering, grow your email list, because you never know. And I also want you guys to write this down: lifetime customer value. One customer is easier to maintain, a loyal customer, than a bunch of new ones. Okay. What you need to start, you need a connection platform, right? This is like your Instagram or your Facebook. You need a content plan to drop value, little value bombs. Okay. So it's what are you talking about? What does that look like? And for example, I have an amazing client. She's been teaching for 25 years. She owns a studio up in New Jersey. And today I was like, my love, we're starting a new aspect of our business based on her. versus the studio generating her money based on her functional yoga and functional meditation. And I was like, my love, you got to stop posting pictures of your dog on your social media. I know he's adorable, right? But let's sit down and create your content strategy. Because how are you going to get clients through one of your outlets, which is social media, if you don't let people know that you're A, open for business, B, you're the best at what you do, or one of the best. Remember, you know more than most people in this industry. And how are you going to wow them? You need to wow people. It's like, oh man, wow, this girl really knows her stuff. That's right. Okay. So work with me because I'm the best. My husband, he's hilarious. And I don't know if you guys know who DJ Khaled is. He's a big DJ from Miami. He's gone international though. And he like literally has a little intro to his music or his shows. And it's like, we the best, baby. And like, think about it. Like, if you don't hype yourself up, who's going to hype you up? I mean, maybe somebody will post for you, but like, doesn't happen a lot. You got to hype yourself up. Be your own PR agency. And that happens through content. And content for purpose. Yes, pictures of your dog and pictures of my baby are adorable, and they do serve a purpose, but you got to mix and match. Okay. And you got to have something to sell. It's like, always be creating content, always be selling. And all right, you wrap that up with always be supporting. All right. The process is easy. You go from idea to creation to radiation, AKA making money. So ideate, create, radiate. I just did immersion. I'll be doing it again soon. It's a 3-part series called Create and Radiate. So it's like, what are you creating from your ideas? What does it look like? What does it feel like? How much does it cost, right? This is that part. And then radiate is when you've marketed and sold, you're sharing your light. And by constantly working on these 3 pieces, we create a leveraged, sustainable business without the burnout or churn and burn. Without. There we go. All right. So the shift number 2, content that attracts easily. Okay. The more effective marketer you are, the more leads, the more sales. So let me tell you guys, I'm going to stop sharing for a second because I want to use my hands. So one of the reasons that most businesses do not succeed is they stop their lead generation. So you go from like, yeah, I have a lot of clients to plateau, right? Because as much as I talked about lifetime customer value, right, which some customers might be like, they'll hire you, go on to one of your workshops, maybe they go on one of your retreats, okay? At some point, maybe they find another teacher, or maybe they find another therapist or another nutrition coach. So if you're not consistently getting new leads, then your business is going to plateau, and then it starts going like this. So always be marketing, always be supporting so that you can always be selling. Make sense? Say yes, yes, yes. Okay. Let's go back to, okay. Oh, am I sharing the right thing? Hold on. Do you guys see my slides?
I can't see the slides.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I stopped sharing and there they went. Hold on. Not the right thing. Where'd they go? No. Guys, I totally just closed my slides on you. That's fine. It doesn't matter. We keep moving. So as we create and, really build these aligned offers and create strategies for marketing and selling them so that we can hit our revenue goals, again, we have to do it from a place of like full alignment. Okay. Full alignment. And we got to do it with strategy. Here it is. No, I opened up the wrong thing. Sorry. We're back. Okay. boom, magic. See, that's why you have things on Google Drive. All right, moving, quicker, quicker, quicker. We already did this, boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're here. So the content that you create is your lead generator to make more sales, okay? And what you want is clarity and results. Clarity in your daily actions so that you don't feel overwhelmed, and results in terms of how your business is generating, right? The impact, like if we want to put it that way, if the word sales makes you feel weird, it's how it's generating, creating that impact, right? When you focus on giving solutions, wowing, presenting people with magic, it becomes instant value building rapport. And you got to talk to your audience, right? And show up as the expert that you are. And if you haven't like taken the time to do a who's my ideal client exercise, it's very important. Very, 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 very important. Okay. And so important that I'm probably starting a podcast in the next, I don't know, few months. And I already started interviewing people for it. And my first person that I interviewed was one of my, I'm going to stop sharing, was one of my marketing teachers. He has helped people create multiple 8-figure businesses. Okay, 8-figure. That's like 10 million plus. And I asked him, I was like, David, tell me what advice you would give a like burgeoning entrepreneur in the wellness industry. He said, be hyper niched. Hyper niched, not just niched, hyper niched. And basically whatever David says, like we just do, right? So be hyper niched. 2 is give value. Those 2 things, hyper niche, give value. So if you are right now trying to help everybody, I'm going to give you an example. Think of a mall, right? Like a busy mall, the food court at a mall. And you stand on top of a table and you say, hey, everyone, I have something that's going to help you. All right. Are they really going to look at you? Maybe a few people, right? But if you say, hey, divorced women who are suffering from IBS, maybe those women are going to be like, huh? How does she know me? And they're going to look at you and be instantly hooked and instantly curious versus people being like, huh? And then looking back at their food. That is being hyper niched. Yeah. I don't know why I picked that, but I felt like that was hyper niched. Okay. So knowing your audience is really important. Why? Because you want to focus on your client journey. And this is literally a picture out of my notebook. Okay. Your client journey is how they come into your funnel. And if this word is Chinese to you, it's basically your net where you're catching your potential leads, right? So they're coming into your funnel, your business funnel, and you are welcoming them and you're taking them through a journey from hello, who are you? Nice to meet you, to hopefully a sale. Because again, we're talking about business. And look, as much as you would love to use your Instagram likes to pay your mortgage or your rent, like you can't. You pay it with money. And if you're going to start a business for fun, call it a hobby. If you're going to start a business to make money, then we'll talk in those right terminologies and own them. And again, responsible and accountable for our success. So your client journey, the goal is to take somebody from viewer, listener, bystander to client, right? Because knowing that if they become a client, you're helping them solve a problem. You're helping them feel better, look better, be better. Okay? So by knowing who this person is, out of the millions of people in this world, it's going to help you have the right voice, have the right message, have the right brand. So imagine if like, you know, my brand is really about helping wellness entrepreneurs, yoga teachers. And let's say you open up my page and it's like gray and I'm in a business suit and, I'm talking about money and like having like your business be like all about money versus impact and fulfillment and purpose. Okay. So this is super, super important that we know who our ideal client is so that we show up for them the right way and that we speak to them the right way. Okay? So think, what are the qualities of your ideal client? What do they need and want? And how can you serve them the best way possible? Right? What is that? Like, what is that? Because you want to help them. You want to solve their problem. You want to be that person for them. Like, think about all the times you've had a problem and somebody's been there to help you and you've paid them happily. Okay. So if you're going to talk about your content, right, your social media, like you want to plan and post. This is part of your marketing. And you want to make sure that the content is speaking to the right person to solve their problem so that you can take them on your journey into making them feel, be better. Okay. Shift 3 is the biggest mistakes wellness entrepreneurs make when growing a business. No confidence, like I can do this. I am here for a purpose. I am here to help you. Okay. No strategy. People, that's what most of my clients pay me for. It's helping them build strategies. Okay. And no systems. Like really, this is the problem I solve. I help you be confident in your strategies and give you the systems. Because without these things, like, so if you're confident, but you don't have a strategy or systems, a strategy for sales, a strategy for marketing yourself, a strategy for your content, for your paid ads, right? And if you don't have the systems that work in the background to help all this, right, function properly, then you're going to be spinning your wheels. Okay? Because one thing that you don't really want is to like need new clients all the time. So by strategizing, right, or the best or the unique offering that helps you maintain a relationship with your clients so that you don't need new clients all the time, right, with systems and pricing that makes sense, right? Now you have a business versus like scattered. Okay. Final shift, the secret blueprint you want for freedom and flow. Okay. And this is where, I like to first open up for some questions. And let me see, shift number 1, Nicole. Let me see. Shift number 1 was here somewhere. Here. The key to growth starts with mindset shift, right? So that's the confidence. That's like knowing that you're here for a purpose. That's here, that entrepreneurship chip in you, the not giving up, charging what you're worth. Okay. Those are all pieces of the number 1. So basically, oh, look, there's Chloe. What you guys want to think about is that your business is like your extension of what you want the world to be and see. So when you're putting yourself out there, when you're creating your offers, always think like, how is this a reflection of myself? And how is this helping me get to my lifestyle goals? Okay. Because you can get stuck, you can feel overwhelmed, but what you don't want is to give up and lose the sight, lose your vision of everything that you've like dreamed of. And we all have dreams and we all have like, those big, heartfelt like desires, and they could be material, they could be lifestyle related, And this is what I do a lot of the times when I start working with people. We do this thing called the 9 environments. And it really helps you like create this path of saying like, okay, this is where I'm at now. This is where I want to be. And this is how much it's going to be. Like this is how much it's going to take monetarily to get there. So really that's the part of your business that you should see. And when you're creating your business and your offerings, the pricing should be right in these 3 tiers, and you should have at least one of them be a high ticket item, at least one of them. Okay. That, guys, like when I owned my yoga studio, if we didn't have a teacher training or retreats, we wouldn't have made it by selling $20 classes. No way. Or even like 6-month packages. Because in a business where you need volume, if you don't have those numbers, so remember I said, like, if you want to make $5,000 and you're selling $50 things, you need a lot of those $50 things. So if you want to make $20,000, you need to up your game, right? Or if you want to make those $5,000 and you have 5 clients at $1,000, you're solving your problem, you're helping them. And this is, again, what I love to do and strategize with my coaching, obviously, because everybody here has a different skill set. Everybody here has a different potential program that's out there. Everybody here has a different like way of delivering that is going to be very unique to you. Like I can't just sit here and be like, here's a blanket statement. This is how you're going to make $5,000. This is how you're going to make $1,000. But what I can tell you is that one of those foundational pieces is making sure that you have these like 3 buckets, and that you see how clients are moving through your ascension ladder from low to medium to high. And high, you know, I've been throwing around really high numbers, but like high could be like, today I helped my client create a $1,600 8-week program. That's value-based versus time-based. It has time, it has her time in it, but it also has like pieces of things. So pieces of like online courses that she has. So we've really created value so that the pricing reflects a higher hourly wage for her. Like she was making $120 an hour per client, and we brought her up to about $212 per hour with things that have helped her up the ante. And I told her, I'm like, stop selling one-on-one session or even packs of 3. I go, you got to sell like 8-week, or you got to sell 90-day programs. And she's like, well, what if the person doesn't need a 90-day program? And I go, do you think she does like trauma-informed work? I go, do you think you can help somebody clear their trauma in 3 sessions? Absolutely not. Right. And if that person is like a 3-session, like boom, 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 then okay, you make it specific, you know, you make that exception. But most people that we work with, and when I was doing one-on-one, you know, yoga and working with people, like, how quickly can I get somebody to do a headstand that had never like done yoga before? Not in 1 or 2 sessions. So there's a strategy behind how you build what you build and how you deliver and how you sell it. And that's what, again, that's what I love to help people do. And that's what I do all day long. That's what I've been doing for the past 6 years as a business coach, is really filling these 3 buckets. So I want to make sure that I can support you guys in that journey. And not only that, but like give you the confidence that it takes in order to do so. Again, with ease and flow and breath, and right, and get closer to your goals. So that's it for today.